All right, abusuya michi ona misonso mu akwaba. Eye Kevin Akuffo Taylor of Eye Loud Silence TV about Montaba Bedin Komo Edi Afa Eye ye former Eye Attorney General Eye Godfrey Dame. Na busuya ene wakansem wadin komo. Na hemfa ana say yen drag Eye Godfrey Dame emfa no enko. We de ma me kasa wan pese ye ko. Na yetie enkoma Kevin Akuffo Taylor of Eye Loud Silence TV odi about any secret chese ene odi agufo expose ya waye edi afa eye chese abusuafo ensem no an eden ebi ameka mehu ensem de kaye pese ya yeko na yetie Kevin Akuffo Taylor enkoma odi aba abonten a efa eye former attorney general Godfrey Dame abusua ensem no ano eden yentie emra sese beso so subscribe like na wabo anso ahia for person be ete no anya bi ete na be hia nenso edi amaye se be media gi so abusuafo ye ni atem ya adwen na eche wona yi hone na ete wo ye social media sunti e ba abusua ya bomodi anse be che ya adwen enya atem bidie nti na ekoso emra sese.
I believe said they should bring in more buses and they should basically identify all the hotspots. Kwanya sebio edwedifo no complaining more. Techima nkwan so omo robbery hopa Kentampo slim so robbery e kwan so pa over Ashanti region, Eastern region. There are some roads robbery no was so pa because and Robert Jane say the traders no ho anasa sa kwan no use. So I believe that this is a good initiative by the Interior Minister. We should applaud him for what he's doing and every support that we have to give him no yemwano na omuntumi enye adwuma no no protect ye and protect ye maame no. Recently the employment into our security agencies, under his leadership, it was smooth, it was perfect. And so far, through his leadership, he's been able to make sure the process now is smooth. In the end, you don't hear a lot of commentaries, a lot of negative statements. So the Ministry of Interior, recruitment, and you can see, say, there's some leadership, there's some authority, and the Interior Minister is showing, say, he's capable of making sure things are done right. For a very long time, we've not had a very effective Interior Minister. Why Juma for some time with my correcting mistakes. Ahambo no actually Ghana for say the Juma nation and Muntaka has basically excelled in this position so far. And I believe said he needs our support. We need to make sure say he also needs to listen to us, listen to our advice, and make sure say he does the things the way we want it done. And so far he has proven himself. Then to say about our interior ministry, how effective it has been for the past 1 year, 5 months now. I think that he has really delivered on any deputy, So we should applaud him. And this initiative is very good. Also, support. That was the Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak. Now, there is another story. What system we need to basically talk about. A private citizen. Private citizen petitions General Legal Counsel to investigate former AG Godfrey Dame over allegations of professional misconduct in Akuffo trial. And I think this issue ache. In fact, Aban Sisayeno, Nanka will say the Ghana Bar Association, Omunanka Omutro sa a statement week first. Because you see, Akuffo case na Godfrey Dame Akuffo Addo eye oforiatamo eye omadwene se omopese omde hye Akuffo senkon na Godfrey Dame lead the crucifixion of Akuffo no. We all saw the lapses, the illegalities. Kronoa ekoso adada the former attorney general Godfrey Dame, the way and manner he manipulated judges, he manipulated the process, the way we clearly senior Godfrey Dame esheda edi drum. At a point, we had him on tape. And now, opese or dada jakpa ema jakpa etwatro. We saw text messages. An attorney general who basically acted like a criminal. An attorney general who basically did not follow judicial process. An attorney general who is a crook. He was basically doing criminal work for the president in 2024. We saw Godfrey Dame, who is a lawyer who did not respect the judiciary, who basically got instructions from the highest office in our judiciary, that is Talk on this office. And Godfrey Dame basically was like a dog on rabies, basically going and flouting the law anyhow. Audio na Godfrey Dame any an accused person or try to convince an accused person to lie to favor him and his government. This Godfrey Dame guy does not have any moral right to be working in Ghana and calling himself a lawyer. He's a disease to the legal fraternity. And this guy, we are not supposed to allow him to even practice in Ghana as a human being. But so for some reason, instead of us to pay attention to this kind of political insect, people parading as lawyers, people who are using political power to go after innocent people, criminals in black and white suits, criminals who have been given power by some corrupt certificateless fools to use our judicial system to abuse Ghanaians' rights. These are people we are not supposed to give any room to be working in Ghana as lawyers. So I believe, the General Legal Council, they should take this very, very serious. An investigation needs to be open. Godfrey Dame needs to be questioned. The right thing needs to be done. If this guy has to be bad, he needs to be disbarred. Because, you see, the criminality in his action from the past, the deliberate criminal activity, the deliberate connivance with and prosecute an opponent and a politician, all because of power. This guy is not supposed to be working and feeling like he's a human being to be treated as one. So I believe and support this petition to the General Legal Council, because you see, the General Legal Council under Akuffo Addo was a corrupt General Legal Council. We all know. That is the same General Legal Councillor. Afenyomakin threatened Obi on phone. Abra Afenyomakin Obi wakwaji Obi yire enena da afano ama saa nipa no ne nua bema JJ akọ repi ana ode ne sako ka Obi mba. Afenyomakin kwasi ampanyi as a lawyer no ofre nipa sa threaten no. Afenyomakin we ya esafa ne one of his colleagues in the law firm wo ema ne koy enkwara ne school wo and ode sacks ko tata enkwara no. He wanted to go kidnap people's kids. Afenyomakin was summoned at the General Legal Council because Tokonu and the rest of the council members, led by Samuel Okujato, they told Afenyomakin to go. So you see, the NPP judiciary, and the Akuffo Addo, it was basically like dogs on rabies. And Godfrey Dame was the leader of these dogs on rabies. Now, at this point, I believe the General Legal Council should take this matter very seriously, because if anybody sees Godfrey Dame in court speaking as a lawyer and representing clients, it makes it look like our judiciary, with all due respect, we don't know what we are doing. We are not intelligent enough to protect the judiciary. How can such a criminal act, per what happened and what we all listened and what we all saw, text messages, an attorney general who became a lapdog to politicians, an attorney general who became a political criminal, who was buying judges, who was buying witnesses, an attorney general who was filled with corrupt acts. Sir Godfrey Dame will Akroma per what we heard and saw in 2024. This is an attorney general Godfrey Dame who was shopping for judges. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. Now all pele. Some Akuffo are not supposed to be working in our court in and out. No, we need to put them where they are. They are not supposed to be practicing law in Ghana. It is beginning to look like Akroma and Omutu practicing law in Ghana. Godfrey Dame is not different from a hardened criminal who is at Insawum, because he basically tried to manipulate the system, go against the judicial code, and make sure his opponents are jailed for no reason. So this guy is a hardened criminal. And we are not supposed to entertain such political insects parading in Ghana and working like colicos and pretending they are intelligent. These are foolish people. So this petition is very important and I support it. We need to go into it. We need to open an investigation into it. And if he's found guilty, we need to disbar this criminal, because all that he did was criminal. From the audio we listened to, from the text messages between him and Jakpa, from his actions, his utterances, a whole attorney general to Miko court or say, because they will catch me as a criminal, I'm not going to question the accused. I'm going to make my deputy. That was a clear violation, because we realized, not only himself or a Akroma, so he was scared that the suspect, who was Jakpa, will question him on his illegal actions. So this guy, Godfrey Dame, is a criminal to me. Per the things that we saw, the things we heard, all the things that he did as the Attorney General for Akuffo Addo. This guy is not supposed to be entertained in Ghana court. He is a disease to our court. This is a simpliciter criminal. Simpliciter criminal. Why are we entertaining this? Per what we saw, the evidence we saw, all the audios I listened, the text messages between him and accused people, bringing accused people to a judge's home to convince them this guy is not supposed to be in court. This is a guy who is not supposed to be in court. He's a Sankwas lawyer. A lawyer who shops for judges. This guy is Sankuma. Sankuma's claim to fame was shopping for judges. That's what they do. Halitosis. Acquire a friend of the Num Kankan or Tijo FME. Acquire the Num Kankan. Your friend is saying Samson Aidini, the Num Kankan. This guy, they shop for lawyers, judges. That's what they do in Ghana. They shop for judges. They are almost in case Papa Biada or but not TV so halitosis the Num Kankan. Samson Aidini. On Kenyan Sembia, Andra, I believe in this. The same thing today, I don't believe it. There are men who don't even know they are men. They are confused about who they are. These are foolish people who are licking the butts of criminals in politics. Samson Aidini, a very dirty riffraff. No principle guy. They sit on TV, they lie to people, they pretend they know the law, they know shit. They don't know zilch. They can't even win a case in Togo. And these fools are all walking on the streets of Ghana pretending they know law and they write stupid grammar, no sense, stupid, no principle. Halitosis. Samson Aidini, case Papa Ben we were in this country when Samson Aidini told us, or the Kede Japan court, Kede Japan can say, what in wants them? Oh, you're crown for. Samson Aidini is a thief. He's a criminal. He's a thief. Politicians na otarta romoto na omuma nisikadi. Onimu nyansa. Ghana ne yejimintira. Eyadina kwa num kankanya oba TV so only once a week become a journalist of the year. Enkwasi aseme na ekoso and Akuffo Addo. Criminals, raccoons, chipmunks and diseases were given positions in Ghana for no reason. Samson Aidini, Godfrey Dame, Sankuma. These are Gabi Ochedako. These are people who shop for judges. They know the judges they want. They tell their tokonu, we want this judge, we want this judge, we want this. That is what they do. Samson Aidini, they know born rough. Oh, so today, Samson steak. Kwasi ampenyi, who free sreboba ani anya law Ghana. So you know, yesterday I believed in this. Today I don't believe in the same thing. Yeah. Yesterday you believed in something. Today the same thing, you don't believe in it. What makes you a lawyer? What is your principal line? These are people who don't have any morality. These are people who are being fed like dogs. They give them red meat today, tomorrow give them more money, and they sit there, they believe they are intelligent, but deep down you can see they are hollow. They are very fake. They know nothing. Samson Aidini, they know born to. Halitosis when it's trim. Osano pa or the so called the num or we are now or the maxam education say or we are was the powder bobon is no the air the board or person no bon can news file catch there. Anything I'm saying, you see the news file, they have separated his desk from the guest because Okasagu the password has a gas go with him and you know and Samson's take and say Samson Aidini, a very foolish twerp. What's your for? I'm a rock star. Anna. Who go for dame? Open the top for ma. So one kwa unaiba kuma won't mean tam. Who go for dame? You cannot go down. Who yet an abodogi? Who go for dame? Who nam hena kobodogi? Who bet we kwa unema bodogi? Enkwasiade. This guy. Ultimate kwa unemu kwa bodogi. Agri bonne politics in tea. Oba agri bonne politics in tea. Ultimate kwa unemu kwa bodogi. Oh, person be papa ko jail. Kwasi asema no. Now, we caught Godfrey Dame on tape, trying to coach, trying to force an accused person to lie. Now, Ghana Mrano, when you go into the laws of Ghana, let me read it to you, Kwasia for the Witness Protection Act 2018. You're reading boom. Some Kwasia for when you're not to Ghana. In fact, let me put this Ofui's picture on this side. Godfrey Dame Kromfo, Maso Sonko, some so Ghana, Aqua way ultimate bodogi, ultimate Kwan name bodogi way. Come Kwasia some. Now, this guy, let me read this to you. Witness Protection Act 2018. Let me read the act to you. Now, to me, some of us say, club free system, they are not supposed to be lawyers. Godfrey Dame. A person who coaches or coerces a protected witness to give evidence which is false commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 2,000 penalty units and not more than 10,000 penalty units or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years or to both the fine and the term of imprisonment. What you say? A person who coaches or coerces a protected witness to give evidence which is false commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 2,000 penalty units and not more than 10,000 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years, or both the fine and the term of imprisonment. Dear Godfrey Dame, now we all saw evidence of it on our TVs, on social media, of him trying to coerce or coach Jakpa to go and lie against Akuffo. He is supposed to be serving a jail term of 5 to 10 years. Because he is paying in Ghana. On to him bodogi. On to him kwane nemu bodogi. Because he is paying. And he has some questions. Abrochianko Demu, as an attorney general, committing the highest crime in the judicial system, trying to coerce and coach a witness, a protected witness. He was even able to lead a protected witness to a judge's home. This guy is a thief. He's a criminal. Oh yeah, and we sit in Ghana because you're forced to shoot to Phoebe. Who go for that? We went to Abodogi. Yeah, the parent from say, and these fools, because of politics, so Nkagona for Yame Nyambre and Yankasem and Yanfa pressure to Kwasiampe Uncle Jelia to forcing. Wicked people, difficult, stupid, wicked people, very difficult people. And these are the people we are entertaining in Ghana. Oh, at a MP for quarter. Now Akwawe. Why any shoe say it now? Me na me ko defend you mo. No. Me so you be sawase. Kwasi ampanyi, wona nkedi ade we di wa nka be wo de. Who go for dame? When you this idea we di wa, you are supposed to be in jail. You are supposed to be in jail. Now who go jail neka say kutu paper form a obetuma kuntunu mo paper form. And now na go kuntunu mo paper form. En kwasi asem we nyane esoso so Ghana. En kwasi asem we nyane eto ho. Na sa jibi say we imagine say sa dia go for dame ye chin on tape. Jakpa beka no court, ye hu WhatsApp, NDC attorney general na ya. Anke betuma tena kroma. Ke benya nkwasi afori ntwamoa abeka say, "Ai, ada ne yenjeli no." Kwasi ampe yo nam Ghana, e na ho e nanti free. Owo Iran ake hanging dada, China ake hanging dada.